Welcome to the part 2 of Confessions of a Black Scientist. Now, when we left off last time, I got told that I wasn't prepared for college. Crazy. Dropped a bomb on me real hard, you know what I'm saying? So, the college that I chose to go to was really inspired by my oldest brother because he wanted to go there, but he couldn't. So, he told me, hey, go to this college. It's a great university. Butler University in Indianapolis, Indiana. Small, private, predominantly white. Now, growing up in an all-black community, like my friends were like, okay, that's what's up. But my family, at least the outside portions of my family, aunts, uncles, cousins, they was just like, oh, are you sure? You know there's white people there, right? I'm like, yes, I know there's white people there. But going into the field that I was going into, I knew that it was dominated by Caucasian people. So, I mean, it was the best time to get used to them, right? So, I was put in an uncomfortable situation. Now, you might think, oh, that's not a big deal, right? But it actually was. It was different. The people were different. The wealthy class, like there was a lot of wealthy people that I met while I was there. But what was really uncomfortable was the fact that I hit my brick wall. I hit my brick wall real early, and so I work in the general chemistry class. You know, first day, bright-eyed freshman, and the teacher was like, okay, so we're just going to go over some things that you learned in high school. I'm just like, all right, bet. I got this. So we get to the first thing, and I was like, I almost raised my hand. I was like, excuse me, in what high school do they learn this at? Because in mine, I don't think we learned any of this. So this is when I found out what my teacher actually meant by we did not prepare you. So I did not know the basics of chemistry going into college, and I was a chemistry major. So you know how uncomfortable I was? Majorly. So what do you do when you're in an uncomfortable situation like that? Well, you gotta start thriving. You gotta adapt. You gotta work your tail off to catch up, or at least get close to where you need to be. Shit, honestly, I'm still feel like I'm catching up today, even as a PhD student. But it's something that I have to deal with on a daily basis. It's something that everybody has to deal with on a daily basis now. So every year through college, I learn something different. So I'm going to take you through my freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year. So freshman year, it was an uncomfortable situation. Now, the most uncomfortable situation that I was put in is one night that I was walking home to the dorms with one of my buddies, and we was walking past the baseball house. Now, we were walking past, talking, minding our own business, when this kid just shouts out just calling us the N-word. Just barraging us with the N-word, and now his friends are trying to pull him inside, but when you get a little bit of liquid courage and your true selves come out. So we're getting barraged with the N-word. Now, two options here. I could either be like, hey yo brother, let's go whoop him, or hold my boy back, let's get back to the dorm so we don't get kicked out of this university. Well, thank God that night that I was wise enough to take the high road and be like, yo bro, like I actually had to physically pull him or like carry him back to the dorm so he wouldn't go over there and fight this kid. Because you know what, you have to be smart in these situations, and no matter in what uncomfortable situation that you're in, there are going to be times where it's going to be stressful, and those stressors are going to make you act irrationally, and you cannot do that. So that night, I acted rationally. Now, I could have went the complete opposite way. I would have, and if it did, in that situation, as a black male, as a big black male, like there was no way that the university was going to take my side. Not to say that the university isn't forward thinking, but it's a white man against a black man, and we all know how that story ends. So I say all that just to say, be able to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Thrive in them. Because no matter what you're going through in life, and in what you like in the gym, in the workplace, in school, you're going to be placed in very uncomfortable situations, and you got to be able to thrive in all of them. And be adaptable. You have to adapt to those situations, because if you don't adapt, you won't learn from those situations. In every situation that you're in, it's a learning tool. I found that out the hard way, but at least I found it out, you know? So learn from every situation that you're in, because if you don't, you can't grow. So, like I promised, I'm always going to end off with how my training is going. So I'm 4 weeks out from USAPL Raw Nationals. It's really exciting. Things are ramping up. So this week I did about 95% of my maxes, going for singles mostly. My body is sore. My hips, my legs, my back, my arms, everything is sore. So I actually picked up a coach, which is a really good friend of mine, and he has me deloading next week. So I need to deload, go down to about 70, I think he said about 70% of my max, and go from there and deload and get my body right so I'm fresh for nationals, because I plan on putting up semi-big numbers. I mean, not world-class numbers, but semi-big numbers, at least for me. It's my first time at Raw Nats, and it's going to be an exciting experience. I'm kind of there just to experience it all, and I mean, I'm there to compete, but I'm really there to experience it all. So that is what I did for the week. Training wise, it was a pretty good training week. I'll show you the videos here after I'm done here. The videos will follow this video. But hey, hope you guys have a great week. All right, peace.